I am LaMarsha Lewis. Let's talk. We will have commentary today, which is Tuesday, January the 12th, 2021. Still giving some feedback on the incident, the domestic terrorist that took place at our nation's capital on Wednesday, January the 6th, 2021, when our congressmen and women and the vice president were doing the certification of the electoral votes for the president-elect Joe Biden. As we all know, a horrible, terrible, unspeakable breach on our nation's capital. We had domestic terrorists to actually storm the nation's capital, and it will be a week tomorrow, and this is still what we're talking about, because this is not something that simply goes away. It will not go away until Trump has been held accountable for the incitement of this violence that took place at our nation's capital. It has been said as of today that Majority Leader Mitch McConnell of the Republican Party seems to be signaling that he feels that impeachment would be the best solution in regards to the matter, and also to get rid of Trump, so that the Republican Party perhaps can go back to being the Republican Party and not the Trump cult, the Trumpisms. No one has said that he had actually said, like I will read, three people have said, three representatives of the Republican Party have come out and said that they will vote to impeach. But it has been stated, and that is huge, like it has been mentioned on various news outlets. I've heard it on CNN and other outlets, Twitter and all of that, where Mitch has signaled that he's in favor. And really, impeachment, conviction, remove, that is the only valid and the right course of action to hold Trump accountable. One, he incited a domestic terrorist at our nation's capital. 5 people died, and on this past Saturday we found out a police officer took his life. Blood is on Trump's hand, and the Republican Party, all of the Congress, but at least the Democrats are trying to do impeachment, and he should be impeached, because we should not be paying for a pension to a criminal. Because if he just gets to walk away and not impeach and not convict, remove, he still have all the rights as previous president has once they leave office, which would be a pension forever. Still the best health care. He gets to travel at our expense. He gets to have an office and a staff. Why would we want the man that caused a breach, domestic terrorists, to have these accommodations when he did not care about, one, we the American people, because he was trying to overturn the will of the people, because he lost the election and he was trying to do all that he could to get those election results overturned to be favorable to him. He put all 3 people that were in line of succession, vice president, the Madam Speaker, the majority leader, all the men and women of Congress, senators, representatives, their staff, aides, policemen, custodians, everyone that was at the nation's capital. Trump put their life in harm's way. In no way should he be able to walk out on January the 20th as if he was just a president like all the previous president prior to him. And please, impeach, convict, remove. The 3 representatives, one is a lady by the name of Liz Cheney. She's from Wyoming. And John Kessel, he's from Washington. And Adam Kinzinger, he's from the state of Illinois. I just want to read some statements by Liz Cheney and also from John Kessel. This is from Liz. It says, there has never been a greater portrayal by a president of the United States of his office and his oath to the Constitution. Liz Cheney, the President of the United States, summoned this mob, assembled the mob, and lit the flame of this attack. Everything that followed was his doing. None of this would have happened without the president. I will vote to impeach the president. And that's from Representative Liz Cheney of Wyoming. A statement from Representative John Cato. To allow the President of the United States to incite this attack without consequence is a direct threat to the future of our democracy. For that reason, I cannot sit by without taking action. I will vote to impeach the president. And they are right. So it is my hope that all the congressmen and women, and I do hope that Mitch McConnell will vote to impeach, because as it was stated on the news outlets that I was listening to earlier, that's a big signal. If Mitch vote, I believe that that will be the turning point of other Republicans doing the right thing and also voting to impeach and remove. It has been said that it may be like 20, maybe a total of 20 Republicans that have kind of give the signal or stated that they would vote. But as I just read to you, the three that I have learned thus far that has openly or publicly stated or gave a statement to the fact that that is what they would do, which would be to vote to impeach the president. So we must stay tuned. As of right now, we're 8 days away from the Biden-Harris administration. Many are trying to use that as my opinion, just as a tactic to turn the other way or to basically let Trump off. It cannot go to where there's no accountability. He must be held to accountability for what happened. Because as the representative Cheney said, he instructed the mob. It was all on his call. He must be held accountable. And the only way to truly give that accountability, it would be to impeach, convict, remove. So I hope that these public government officials that we pay the salary to will do the right thing, have some balls, have a backbone, have a spine, because they haven't the past 4 years. If they would have just called it out and not went along with this conspiracy of a rigged election, things wouldn't have gotten to the magnitude that is to where we are now. But this is where we are, so therefore accountability must be done. Trump must be impeached and he must be removed from office. He must be. There's no other options in this. So it is my hope that these spineless people that have been complicit for the past 4 years, Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, and Josh Hawley, and the Cindy Hyde-Smith that would sit front row at a public hanging, and so many others, need to do the right thing. Because this happened on their watch as well. As it's been stated, even after that horrific event of domestic terrorism, you had Ted Cruz, Josh Hawley to still stand in our United States chambers and vote to overturn the election. And so did Cindy Hyde-Smith, the woman that would sit front row at a public hanging. That tells you all about who they are. It's time for accountability. It's time to do the right thing. Trump got to go. And he got to go to where he'll never be able to hold a role in our United States political government as a president or any other political role. He has blood on his hands. And if you don't hold him accountable, Republic, GOP, senators, representatives, the blood will also forever be on your hands as well. You don't get to outlive this. You have to do the right thing. I am LaMarsha Lewis. Let's talk.